So let's go ahead and take a tour of the IRIS Cloud Document service that we deployed previously. So here's our service. I'll go inside. We can see an overview, and we'll see various details that we'll need to use later when we use the Java app. But for now, we're just taking a tour within the portal itself. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to take a JSON file, upload it to the service, import it as a collection of documents, view that collection within the portal, and then also run some basic SQL queries on those documents. So I have a simple JSON file of colors. So you can see I have three colors: red, green, and blue, each with an RGB value and a hex value. So I'll go ahead and upload that file. I'll do that from Add and Manage Files. So I'll click on the Upload button, and I'll choose the colors file that we just looked at. So you can see it uploaded to the system. Next, I'll go to the collection import. Now, don't confuse with the import files. That does something else. But we want to import the file as a document collection. So I'll click here. I'll select the file that we just uploaded. So we see here colors.json. I selected the file. Now, what collection of documents do I want to import it into? So right now we don't have any collections yet. This is a brand new service. So we'll give it a name. So we'll simply call it colors. And I can actually preview, and it will tell me that this is the content of the array that's inside the file, and that currently we have 0 documents, but once we import it, we'll have 3 documents inside the colors collection. So let's go ahead and click on import. And once we import it, you see it says imported 3 documents into colors. I can go ahead and view through the collection browser. So I'm going to collection browser. I can see we have here 1 collection of colors, and I can see we have 3 documents. We have red, number 1, 2 is green, and 3 is blue. And what we want to do now is look at the data not only as JSON documents, but as relational 2-dimensional tables. So I'll go ahead to the SQL query tool. So let's go ahead and run this basic query. So I'm selecting name, RGB, and hex, and this is using a JSON table function, which simply sort of flattens the JSON collection. So I'm using this syntax, I'm running the query, and you can see here that I'll have name, RGB, and hex, which is the columns that I asked for, and their values. I can run a little more sophisticated SQL query using, again, the same JSON table function, but this time I am defining the names of the columns, the types of the columns, and the JSON path that I'm aiming at. Again, this is a relatively simple sample that we're using, but with more complex JSON structures, you can, of course, make a more complex path to access specific columns within your data. So again, and by the way, note, I also have an order by name, so I'll execute this, and I'll see that I have the 2 columns that I chose, name and hex, ordered by the color name. So that was a quick tour of our service. Next, we'll want to see how we connect to this service via Java, and that we'll see in our next video.